Hi, I'm Doug from FirstTech. In today's segment of myFirstech Academy, we're going to talk about power and ground. Very simple. We're going to take a look at a multimeter as well as a safe test light that allows us to test for power and ground in a vehicle without causing any damage. First of all, we'll talk about the multimeter. This I have set up with power and ground, obviously. So power would be indicated by the red lead and ground indicated by the black lead. So you'll see on the multimeter that you're getting a reading of 13.94 volts roughly. This is DC voltage. So DC stands for direct current, which means that the current in the circuit only flows in one direction. So the current actually from a battery flows from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. That's the direction of the electron flow. So it's very important to have a good ground as well as a good power connection to complete that circuit. So while testing with a multimeter, you're going to look for the DC voltage symbol. So it either will be denoted by an actual DC and then a V, or it will be two straight lines above a capital V to indicate that you're metering for DC voltage, which is where you would set that multimeter for testing in a vehicle. The other way to test a circuit is with a safe test light. Now there's a whole bunch of different test lights on the market. You have to be very, very careful using test lights, because if you get a standard test light, it will transmit ground and there is no protection for the circuit. So if you probe a wire in the vehicle, and you can certainly cause damage if you're using just a standard test light. This test light, however, is made by Snap-on, has circuitry built in to be safe. So we're going to demonstrate this on a typical battery. So I have a battery just sitting here just to give you an idea of how this works. So the clamp typically would go on ground. So we're going to go ahead and clamp that onto our negative terminal of the battery. And if we touch our probe to the positive terminal, you'll see it will light up red, and there's actually an LCD readout on this test light that will show you the voltage. So you can test for voltage and actually get a reading to make sure you have a full 12 volt source in the vehicle, whether it be 12 volts. If the vehicle's running, obviously you're going to see charging voltage, which should be above 14, below 14.4, above 14. However, at a resting battery voltage, if you see this, you will see that this battery is fully charged. It's reading about 12.7 volts. So the other nice thing about this test light is if you hook it up the opposite way, so if you put your clamp on 12 volts, you also see that it will light up. You'll see that it's a different color though. So if it lights up red, your flow of electrons is in the correct direction, or I shouldn't say correct, it's from negative to positive. If you hook it up so the clamp is on the positive lead and you touch ground, the flow of electrons is reversed, and it will be indicated by a negative symbol on the LCD readout along with a green LED telling you that you are actually reverse polarity. Hopefully that helps. Have a great day.